Good morning, grade 2s. Today I'm going to be doing a lesson on halving. I'm going to share a screen with you now and we'll go through it together. Okay, you can see the screen there that says halving. What is halving? Halving is to divide a number into two equal parts. So remember, the important word here is that the two parts are equal. Let's halve the number 4 using a picture to explain. So you can see there are my two halves. So each block is a half. And we're going to share 4 hearts out. So we've got one heart on the one side, another in the other. So we're going to share 4 hearts out. And you can see that on each side there are 2 halves. So we've split the number 4 evenly. And I know that you know what the answer is to half of 4, but I'm just showing you as for an example. So we have split the 4 up equally. Equally means the same. Okay, we can see that half of 4 is 2. We can't have 3 hearts on the one side and 1 heart on the other because that's not split equally, is it? Let's revise what we already know. And I know you did a lot of this in grade 1, so let's recap. We know that half of 2 is 1. And therefore, we can see it's easy that half of 20 is 10. Half of 4 is 2. And then we can see half of 40 is 20. Half of 6 is 3. Therefore, half of 60 is 30. Half of 8 is 4. And therefore, we can see half of 80 is 40. And half of 10 is 5. And there we can see that half of 100 is 50. Okay, so we're actually doing the opposite of what we did in doubling. Okay, we're going to use the same table method as that we used in doubling. And our first step is going to be exactly the same. We are going to use place value to split our number up into its different parts. Let's have a look at the number 48. We are going to halve this number. First step, we break the number up into its tens and its ones, or units. And you can see there that 48 is broken up into a 40 and an 8. And now our next step, instead of doubling each part that we did in the last lesson, we are now going to half each part. So we can see that half of 40 is 20 and half of 8 is 4. And now we need to add those together. So the addition step is still there. Just like halving, the addition step at the end still happens. So 20 plus 4 is 24. So you can see it's very similar to the doubling process, except that the second step here in the middle, I'm showing you here, you are halving the numbers instead of doubling. Let's try halving these numbers. Here we've got the number 42. 42, let's use place value to divide it into its different parts. Okay, you can see that 42 is broken up into a 40 and a 2. Let's half each of these parts. Remember, this is the step that changes in halving. We are no longer doubling now. We are on halving. So let's half 40, and half 40 will be 20, and half of 2 will be 1. And now we need to add those two together, okay? What is 20 plus 1 is 21. Okay, we're going to do a few more examples together just so you can get the hang of it. Let's look at the number 28. Let's split 28 up into its tens and units. And 28 is split up into a 20 and an 8. Now we are going to half each part. We'll go on to that next one just now. Let's half 20. Half of 20 is 10. Let's half 8. Half of 8 is 4. And 10 plus 4 will give you 14. Let's do the number 46, okay? Same steps involved. Let's use place value to break the number up into its tens and its ones, okay? 46 is broken up into a 40 and a 6. Now we need to half each part, okay? What is half of 40? If you know what half of 4 is, which is 2, it's easy to see that half of 40 will be 20, okay? It's just got the 0 on the end. And we can see that half of 6 there is 3. Okay, if I even hold up 6 fingers, you can see that half of 6 will be 3. Let's add 20 and 3, and you will get 23. I want you to try these at home. And remember, you can just press pause on this YouTube video so you have time to do the little steps and draw out the tables. So once you've pressed pause before there, we'll go over them together. If we look at 46, we are split 46 into its 10s and its 1s. So it is split into a 40 and a 6. Now we are going to half each part. What is half of 40? Half of 40 is 20. What is half of 6? Half of 6 is 3. And we add those together to get 23. And here we've got the number 68. Let's do the same steps. We're going to break it up into its 10s and its 1s. So we've got 60 and 8. Let's look at 60. We need to half 60. We know that half of 6 is 3. So half of 60 will be 30. You're just popping a 0 on because that's in the 10s column. And then we've got 8. And we know that half of 8 is 4. 30 plus 4 will be 34. Okay, now I want you to get a piece of paper. And at home, I want you to draw out the little tables just like what we've been doing. And I want you to try and halve these numbers. Okay, and remember you can click pause on the screen as you're watching the YouTube video, and you can work them out slowly on a piece of paper. Thank you so much for listening today, grade 2s. And if you've got any questions, we'll go over that in our next class call.